today I'm creating a Christmas themed creative journaling spread, so stick around if you want to see how it comes together. Before we get started, I just want to show you my December pages in my creative journal. This is my monthly memories. They're on little gift tags, and I have 31 of them to fill out a memory on the back of them each day and then stick them in these little sleeves. I think it turned out so cute. Here is how I use my journal. I typically create these Dutch doors that are really fun. I do have a creative journal plan with me for that first set of pages up on my channel now. This is the next set that I'm just starting to fill out this week as I film this, and this is the next week's spread. So this fills like 23 days for Christmas, and then I have 2 days left, the 24th and 25th. So instead of Dutch door spreads, we're just doing 2 pages so that I can then get into other wintry but not holiday themed items after that. These are the washi tapes that we'll be using for this spread. They're both from the Washi Tape shop. This one is new. I will link them down below. The other is a memory diary washi, I think it's called, and it's older, but it's my favorite. I'll link it below. You can use code AmyPlans10 to save 10%. I've sped up this video a little bit because it is a voiceover and I couldn't film this on camera this week. I had a sitter and the kids were being very loud, but I was getting a little bit of time in for creativity in between preparing for my daughter's 5th birthday party. I was running all the errands and setting all the things up. But anyways, I sped this up a little bit so it doesn't take quite as long to show you exactly what I do. So I started with some MILDLINERs and just creating some structure for the page. So I created these boxes and decided it would be fun if they layered over each other because I haven't done boxes like that before with any of my other creative journaling spreads. So I could have just made it so like one was behind the other or something like that, but I decided it would be fun for them to go through each other. So some places, like right between the yellow and the blue, there's a little bit that's a little bit green, but that's kind of what I was going for, just to, you know, make it different than what I normally do. Try something creative, see what happens. I was not sure how this one was going to turn out. And I will say these definitely are not traditional Christmas colors right here, but I was looking at the washi tape that I had and pulling out some of the colors that I wanted to highlight because there were some really cool little designs that I wanted to use. After highlighting these boxes, I love to use black pen and go ahead and decorate the boxes. So with this, I thought just outlining them on both sides with the black pen was what I needed to do. I do love decorating it in different ways when they're boxes that aren't crossing each other. And then after that, I will put down washi. Just a word of caution that the Christmas washi, if you choose to get it, is like a washi tape. It is not a sticker tape. So you do have to cut out everything when you use it. That does get a little annoying, but it's worth it in the end for such a cute washi tape. I have gotten used to cutting things out in a variety of different ways because I do a lot of printable stickers. I have a lot of washi tapes at this point that are like that I do want to cut out and not use as a long strip. So I use a couple of different cutting tools. There is a just like cutting tool like an X-Acto knife that's kind of like a pen. I have an X-Acto knife. I have a gyro cut tool, which if you get one of those, make sure you get the real one, the on-brand one, because the off-brand ones I've heard do not work well. And then I also, of course, use scissors. And then when I do printable stickers, I use my cutting machine, sometimes my Cricut, but I can't with the washi tapes. I love how this looks, how this all turned out. If I had thought ahead, I probably would have done the right page going inwards to the left instead of following the same pattern from left to right, just to make it more like a V shape. That would be the one change I would have made. So I am grabbing this diary washi and laying it down right over each outer side. And I'm going to cut, using one of my cutting tools, on the places where it goes over into the boxes. I just want it on the outside like it's layered underneath. So we'll go ahead and cut that out now. First, I'm going to use my scissors and cut off these edges here, and then we'll use one of the cutting knives to work on the rest of it. It'll take a little bit, so I'm going to speed this section up. So this cutting tool I got from Amazon. I have it linked down below and in my Amazon storefront. It is really great. It comes in a little 6-pack, I think, but maybe you can get them on their own. But it's great for cutting straight lines. I like my gyro cut, but I like that for curved lines and this one for straight lines. So I really prefer this one. It doesn't really cut through things too harshly too, which my X-Acto knife does. So the X-Acto knife I save for like cardstock, but not for washi. So each one has a different purpose. So I'm pulling out the washi tape from Washi Tape Shop now of the Christmas scene, and I'm using the gyro cut to go around this scene because it is curved. I thought I would start with this little tree scene because it's super cute, and that is what caught my eye first about this washi set when I looked into it and then decided to buy it. So I definitely wanted to use this tree scene first, and I had to pick which one to put it in. I thought the greens would look nice with the blue, and so I put it over there. I thought it clashed a little bit with the red, just with the non-traditional Christmas colors, because the green isn't quite that bright Christmas green, and the red isn't either. So I thought it would look better over with the blue, and then after that, I just looked through the washi tape to see what I thought would complement what was already on the page. I definitely couldn't use everything because this is such a long set of designs that I would not be able to get it into a single, 2-page spread. Next, I chose these little snowmen. I think they're so cute, and the blue really goes well with everything else already on the page, and they have the little red and orange noses and gloves and all of that, and that would help bring out the red boxes that are on the page as well. So I thought all of that would go really well together. Just look how cute these little snowmen are. I just think they're so perfect, and with them in these frames, it's awesome. Anyways, this is gonna look great as a journaling page. I'll have a little bit of space in each box to write, and then some space on the side in that middle section to write as well. But it is going to be more decorative. I feel like I probably will be spending more time with family on these 2 days anyways, that I will not have a ton of time for all my journals and planners. So getting it a little more decorative and filled is okay. Some days I write a lot, some days I write a little, and I can always add in little inserts and things like that if I really need to write more. It's easy to stick something in with a little bit of washi in the middle to kind of like add another page. If you guys are interested, I can show you that later. Anywho, this little hedgehog is so cute decorating her tree, and I just think it's adorable. Also, I mentioned that it's kind of annoying to sometimes cut everything out with these. At the same time, I would say that these are actually easier in some ways, because when I do this with stickers, no matter the sticker shop they come from, whether Happy Planner or Live Love Posh or Planything or whomever, they are thicker. And so they're harder to cut exactly perfectly without like ripping them and things like that. And these washi pieces are so easy to cut and trim that it's really easy to use them like I'm using now. I'd say using stickers is harder just because you have to give more pressure and you have more of a chance of cutting through the page if you accidentally put a little too much pressure on. I love this little mailbox design, and it's super cute. It has a little letter to Santa over on the side, and just super fun. I can't say enough good things about this set, though it's sad because I probably won't use much of it this year because I just got it, and then I'll pull it out next year and be able to use a lot more of it again. Next, I decided to use this little town scene because it has the yellow in the background, and I thought that would help bring out the yellow boxes that I have on here. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that in, but it was taking up a little bit too much space in any of the remaining boxes. So what I decided to do was cut it in half and use it in 2 different boxes. So I'm going to put one over here and make it fit so that I have enough space to do a little bit of writing, and then put the other one over there, and again make sure I have enough space for some writing. I will say that these washi tapes are not as, what would the word be? They're not as shiny, so they're not as slippery as the stickers from sticker books. And so there's less of a problem writing on them. If you're writing on shiny stickers, sometimes you have to use like an alcohol ink type pen, so like a Sharpie, in order to get it to dry and stay and not smear. But these ones you can write on with other things. So if I need to, I can, go over some of the designs a little bit with my writing. Anyways, what you've seen me do here with all of these is cut out anything over the boxes, but then leave in the little sections in between those boxes. And I didn't think of doing that until I started cutting things away, but I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know where it came from or what it really is like, what it means, but it's pretty fun. I think it's pretty unique and I like it. All right, last thing that I need to do on these pages is put a couple of quotes down. So I thought some of these would go really nicely over the cursive text that are already on the pages. So I decided to put this winter blessings down, and I decided on right over there. And then we need one more quote for the other side. I decided on Oh Holy Night because it also had red on it, and I wanted it to kind of match across the page with the winter blessings. So I thought that would look really nice there. Then I had just a little bit of snowflakes from the top that were next to the winter blessings on the washi tape. And so I decided to cut those out and put them throughout the spread as well, just to add a little bit more blue and kind of cohesive look throughout the page. So here I am cutting them all up, and then I'll go ahead and just place them around the page randomly. I decided on putting them into all of the little boxes because, as I said earlier, I can write over these and it'll work out pretty well. So I was just making sure I got at least one in every single box and maybe 2 or 3 in some of them. This is all coming together so well. I love the choice of colors that I made, even though it's not traditional red and green Christmas. But I think it's super fun, super wintry, and I can't wait to write in this one. At the same time, I also can't wait to get to wintry, non-holiday themed spreads because I also love those, and I'll be starting with that with another Dutch door spread after this one. Once I do get that created and posted here on YouTube, I will make sure to put it as the next video that is suggested here. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.